Alright, what is going on this evening? Putting the motor in. So, I got it all done. I spent all day today putting it all together. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right there. I'll show you guys here in a second too. But it's time to put the motor in. I'm waiting for Keaton to help me drop it in, just because it's a real pain to do by yourself. And he said he'll be back. Wasn't expecting him to come today, but so I was gonna do it by myself, but yeah, change of plans. So I'm pretty much just getting everything set up. When he gets here, I'll open up the garage, pull the car like halfway in, get the motor just raised up, pretty much right over here, and yeah, should be good to go. Here is the complete motor. Dude, I smashed the hell out of my finger today too. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is swollen as a mother right now. That hurt a lot. But yeah, here it is. Once Keaton gets here, we'll get it dropped in, everything, and put on the other stuff like the intake, intercooler, radiator, turbo, stuff like that. And hopefully tonight we'll be able to fire it up, get it bled, and pretty much do the first cycle, and then I can drive it tomorrow a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so definitely tonight gonna get it in. I'm gonna pretty much put it all together. And if it's too late, I'll just start it tomorrow and do the rest tomorrow. But yeah. Alright. So Keaton's on the time limit. So I'm just going to set the tripod up in the back.
Hang on. Let it back and then pull.
Right there is good.
Who's that?
Who do you think it is?
Really?
I was gonna say, who do you think it is?
Like, what the fuck is wrong with this fucking noise?
Dude, this engine voice is fucking...
This engine voice is jank!
This engine voice. Yeah, sorry, dude.
It's fucking fresh, like 3 hours old. As he's got a hole already right here.
Look, I'm not even to talk to you! This is big hole in his shirt.
Fuck yeah. Took our kid 30 seconds and he comes up to me, he's like fucking with me, he goes 30 seconds and I was like, bitch. More? Keep going. This is way too much of an angle.
No, it's fucking dead on with the transmission, dude.
No, I mean the angle to get the input shaft in.
No,
Here,
the transmission's the same angle.
Bring the transmission down just a slight bit.
Alright, so for the most part, everything under the car is buttoned up, at least to my knowledge. Pretty sure I got everything. This throttle cables are on there. I ran into a few issues. One of them was over here, and I can't remember. Oh, it was super late last night when I got done working, so I can't remember exactly what it was that I was doing. Shit, what was over here that I was like, fuck, I gotta take care of that. Oh, I think one of the issues was like my power steering hose is pretty close to my wastegate. I might have to go get something to at least shield the hose. I don't know how hot this end of the wastegate gets. I know this is gonna get pretty hot, but I don't know if that gets super hot. The other issue I was having before I put this on that I might have to take care of today is I found my knock sensor. It's with these 240s, they're like in between here and right down in here in between the intake, and I guess it was never connected, and I don't know where the fucking plug is for it, because when I had this motor running before, I never saw a harness, part of the harness that went to the knock sensor. Like, I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to find it in the harness. I even looked in the sub harness down here with the alternator and starter and whatnot. Didn't see anything. I looked even close that could plug into it. Of course, I watched other videos online, and a lot of people do a very, very, very bad job at explaining and showing and stuff. So I'm kinda at a loss, and I'm not too sure what I'm looking for. I don't even know if I even have one. But yeah, so that's a problem I gotta figure out today. I'm gonna pretty much finish getting this button up before I get to that. But for right now, that's an issue. Obviously, my car ran without it before, but I think it'd be a good idea to have that hooked up and working properly. Because the knock sensor itself was pretty brand new looking. Like, it wasn't even cracked or anything. Oh, I remember one of the other issues. The outer tie rods on these cars, the fucking ball joints, the bushing, ball joints are super shot. I mean, I was like, it can move my fucking tie rod like this. I was like, oh boy, that's bad. So, I'm not going to replace those today in this video. I'm doing like a full suspension video later on. I pretty much have everything besides the arms, so there's only a few more things I need to get before I actually change the suspension around. But we're not going to be like, you know, drifting this car right off the bat, so that's not a big priority right now. As long as we just, you know, just drive it, it'll be fine, it'll be okay. But when I start to do drifting and stuff like that, then that needs to be replaced. This is kind of a quick update of where we're at right now. I'm going to go ahead and finish getting all this put back together. I don't know where I left off before I got the phone call, but anyways, I'm going to fill it up with oil, coolant. Maybe we'll start it. I want to start it. I want to bleed it, but
You might as well.
I mean, I don't know. That knock sensor. Oh, that's what I was going to say, is the knock sensor.
What knock sensor?
I'm not worrying about it right now because I can't find the part of the harness. I don't know if it was cut. I don't know if I cut it.
I don't think you cut it. I think it was cut to begin with because I don't. No, because I remember when we pulled this motor, we never unplugged anything when we took the manifold off besides the fucking lower plug for the
main harness.
Yeah, right down here, that gray one.
Well, we know we unplugged that one up there.
No. There's a plug back here.
No, I never touched that. I only unplugged that top one.
Oh, you took the rest of the manifold wiring with it. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, duh. I forgot.
So that's the situation with the knock sensor harness, I guess, right now. So, a car ran without it before. I guess we'll fucking run it again. Now I know about it. I don't want to, but oh well, it is what it is.
I mean,
so,
you can get a new harness.
I mean, I went to the store today and I bought a connector for it, but I don't know where to wire it to. Chuck said wiring it to the ECU, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not about that shit right now. I trust myself wiring it to a positive and a negative. And now, what the fuck? Come on, my guy.
You need swole?
Nope.
Oh, I was going to say you need swole?
So, I guess while I'm filling up the oil, I'm using this stuff. This, well, it's called Driven. I don't know. It's just braking oil. So
This stuff?
This
really
shit was
feel?
expensive too.
Tell me about it. Tell them how you really feel.
Yeah.
Can you... Bro, hold it up. So, start it up, let it get up to temp, drain the oil.
Well, the first thing we got to do is start it up, bleed the coolant.
Well, yeah.
And then,
but I mean, it still counts while it's running. Because as soon as it actually gets to temp, it'll be after we
like
bleed it.
lose my fucking focus and I lift up. Shut up.
Hey, that's not my fault.
What needs to happen is I need to start it up, bleed the coolant, let it get up to temp, and run for a little bit, and then.
Where's your coolant and where? Or no, I remember where I put the coolant.
As I was saying, is I got to fill this up, bleed the coolant, and then I got to let it get up to temp, idle for a bit, turn it off, let it cool down, and then start her back up again, get her up to temp, change the oil, and then drive her for about, 500 miles. I was talking to some people about it. I might just run the 500 miles and then do a full oil change. I might just skip the 200.
What are you gonna run since it's a fresh motor, 1040?
What do I have right now? I think this is 1040 right now.
Yeah.
Probably.
Go to 1030. Because you have an oil temp and see the difference.
I don't have an oil temp. I have an oil pressure.
Why do you mean you got a temp?
My dad still has it, I think.
Get the temp one and we'll install it because that'll give you your temp so you can really see how the motor likes running with 40 or 30. But I think you would like 30 more.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You want to get every drop of that?
Every little bit. So yeah, we have...
How many Daras was each bottle?
What?
How many dog rides was each bottle?
How much was each bottle?
Yeah.
Like $12.
Oh!
Yeah. And I got 10 of them. Hey, you're telling me, dog. When you told me the total, I was like, oof. I was like...
And I gotta go buy more oil after this?
Yeah. No, that's why I bought 10. Is one for this.
What are you gonna run? Conventional, full, synthetic, or blend?
Doesn't matter, but probably synthetic. So now let's fill this bitch up with coolant.
Or this pour.
Actually, we're gonna save that last since that's really diluted now.
I'm telling you, this thing is gonna drink the entire system.
I know, still just going slow.
Pour a bunch in there and get down there and pull, squeeze the lower.
What?
So it's going great.
I don't know about all this. I'm nervous.
You're gonna be alright. You guys did it smart this time. You just sat in the car and drank so much.
Did it really?
Yeah. You got everything hooked up.
Yeah. Yes.
Alright. Go for it. Give us some cranks.
Car just completely fucking died.
Yeah? Might have to tighten your terminal down.
Something just happened.
What you mean?
I don't know what happened.
You have no power?
There's no power. Did maybe my 100 amp fuses blow for whatever reason?
Highly doubt it.
I don't know what else it could have been. What time is it? 8 o'clock? Shit. O'Reilly's is closed. Okay. I gotta go to the store.
For what?
I gotta go get a fuse. After the fuse issue, we're just gonna prime the motor, I guess. So, something's happening because it just blew that one. So, because I bought a second one, but something's going on. I don't know what. Alright, so I don't know what is going on exactly. Wiring's all good. I don't know what could be touching a negative short or a positive short. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but it's all set. It's all good. So, I'm going to probably need some time to figure this out, to figure out why it keeps blowing that fuse. I'm also going to look into a way to install the 100 amp circuit breaker that I have. That way I don't have to keep buying fuses. The amp that I had in there originally, the 100 amp, kept blowing. I put a 150 amp in, now it's fine. It doesn't make sense to me, but I'm not going to argue. Are you ready?
I'm waiting.
Okay. I'm going to prime this bitch up with some fuel. Needs more fuel, maybe. I don't know.
Prime it a couple more times.
My heart's pounding, dude.
I'm just waiting. You find that was a starter.
Yeah. Big oof. Well, at least we know we're getting oil pressure.
Got the perfect amount in here right now.
Well, I need to get this fixed. God damn it. Alright, so I'm filming this at very, 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 very low light. Just so maybe you guys can see. The light's fine where it is. Maybe you guys can see the problem. So, I know I didn't say much, but I was running back to my car because I saw oil just spewing. That's the culprit. So I might have tightened that. Well, not might have. I did tighten that a little too tight and ended up cracking. So I gotta go get this replaced. So I'll get that replaced. But as you guys saw, she did run. But right now there ain't much else we can do. So she's just gonna sit like this. And tomorrow, fuck.
I can go get a lime for you.
But you're gonna be busy with your shit. I don't want to distract you.
Have Devin get it.
The thing is I want to do it because I know exactly. I don't know. But I gotta wait until I can get that now.
Just have somebody do it. Cash app them.
I guess so. Don't exactly remember where I left off. I think I was fixing that oil line. But yeah, it's fixed. Had a slight coolant leak. I don't know if it still does. Oil line's back on. Let me just double check everything. Alright. I gotta bleed it. So that's the next thing we gotta do. It's fucking cold. And I wish I didn't have to keep the garage open. But I do because, you know, oxygen or whatever the fuck. Carbon dioxide, whatever. I don't know. Anyways. Fuck it. Let's see what happens again. Alright, well, so my SD card got full, but I ran it. That first time you guys saw a little bit of it, and then shut her down, went inside, forgot I left my camera on, so it just filled the memory card really quick, and then came back out, went to record, and totally didn't record. And then recorded it, or did it a second time, and it was bled. There's some more bubbles in the coolant, and it was fine. So when you're breaking in a motor, at least a smart thing to do, let me try and get in some light, is to always double check, and not just double check, but like, so right now we have, it's clean oil, it's fresh. A lot of people, they will just break in oil for 500 miles. It's like, I could just run the oil that's in it right now. But I bought 10 quarts because what I wanted to do was start it, run it, get up to temp, bleed the coolant, shut it down, run it, get it up to temp again, and then drain the oil that's in there, put fresh oil in it. Only because the reason why I want to do it like this is I've talked to a couple people and they've said to do it like this, and just what I was thinking was when you're putting the motor together, you're using assembly lube, all this other like grease and stuff like that that's in the motor and whatnot, and it doesn't need to be in the motor for long. So the oil kind of gets through everything on first startup, rinses it all out and whatnot. Now it's in the oil, so you drain that oil and just put fresh oil in, and now the only thing that's lubricating is oil, as it should be. So, oh wait, come on, go, there you go. So that's the plan. Now, I don't know if you guys heard it on camera at all, but there was some serious lifter tick. At first, on first startup, it was fucked. And then after a bit, it went away. The second time I started it up, and came back, and then it didn't go away, and I was like, that's weird, because I know she's getting oil pressure. My oil pressure gauge is reading, you know, I get 95 on a cold start, or like 90 on a cold start, and then it drops to 40 at idle, which is where it should be, or a little lower than that, sorry, like 30-ish area on idle. But we're getting oil pressure, so that's just where I'm kind of confused. So it should have oil. They shouldn't be noisy at all, but they are. So Keaton just told me that I need to bleed them, which, because they're hydraulic lifters, I don't know, dude. I've never heard of that before. So that's new to me. I've never heard of bleeding lifters. So if you guys watching this have any insight on why I have some serious lifter tick, like, it's fucking, dude, it reminds me, my BMW had a lifter tick like that when I got it. I put seafoam in it, and then it just went away, so cool. But for this, I'm not going to do that on a fresh motor. So yeah, just give me some insight, what you guys think, if you have any idea. But anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and drain the oil real quick, and then after that, we'll end the video, because we can't drive this yet. We don't have to wait. So, but the next video will be test driving. Alright, so I just drained the oil, put oil in it. I pulled the valve cover off to see if anything was maybe loose. I know it sounds like lifter tick. It probably is lifter tick. It's just pretty gnarly. I don't know if you guys could hear it on camera as well. But yeah, anyways, I pulled off. Everything checks out. Yeah, everything checks out under the valve cover. So the head pretty much checks out. So I don't know, maybe it is just lifter tick. Maybe I just got to run it for a little bit, let the oil really work itself through everything, because then it will kind of even up. But I am going to start it one more time before I end this video, because Reed wants to hear it. He just got home from work, and Dakota is going to come over as well. So once he gets here, I'm going to fire it up one more time, let it run, have the homies listen to it. But with that, that's just going to be at the end of this video. So that's what we're going to leave off with. So I will see you guys all in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go follow us on Facebook, Living the Drift Life. And I will see you guys all in the future video. Driving this thing. That's my next goal. God, I hope it... We're almost there. Alright. Bye.
Alright, boys.
This bumper makes the front of this car look so much fucking better.
I know.
Yeah,
it's got a little
bit of a sag,
It looked like
Dog piss.
yeah.
I think it looked pretty good.
With the fender.
Did you see the new wheels?
It did, yeah.
Alright. Oh, I gotta crack the garage a little bit. I have a full exhaust now, so I don't have to lift it up all the way. Just high enough for it to shoot the fumes out.
Just fucking
This is
start
cool.
the bitch.
Shut up.
God, I hate it when bitches want to talk about their new shit.
No, dude. Just doesn't
Have you
start.
seen my Miata yet? I got a hard time.
I hear pulley noise. I don't hear any fucking ticking. It's just breathe. I hear it. It sounds more like an injector than a lifter tick. Where's the jack? Over here. Why? Hand me the handle. Oh, actually, never mind. Power steering. Yeah. So what does it sound like? strapped to my rack. The fluid is not getting, I don't know. I hooked it up right. I don't know. Maybe the pump is bad. Then if you look under, you can see it leaking again. Yeah, your rack is going through. Yep. I'll go with that since we already had the motor out.
Yeah, she sounds a lot better.
What you need to do is you need to go get a different fucking pulley or a different fucking belt. You don't have to have your fucking power steering on, so then it's not trying to function the system.